Hey guys, it's Justin again, and what I'm going to do is take you on a little small tour here, nothing too major. We're going to head up in the woods here behind me back here, and I'm going to show you what happened when my indoor cat got out and how I found her, and the whole spew of how this happened to begin with. But I'm going to turn the camera around and we're going to see how that worked. Okay, so I'm gonna pause this for a minute, turn the camera around, and begin the journey inside. All right, so this is where I entered 3 days ago on the search for my cat. I had already came to the conclusion that she was not under the house where she initially got into. What happened was I was taking her to a vet appointment and the cat carrier broke in half. She panicked, took off under the house. First night she was under there, I could not get her out. Second night was not under my house. So, and then the third night, finally, I says, okay, well, I'm gonna go into the woods and see what happened. And I'm gonna kind of guide you on a little tour of how this came about. So, come in through here. And I was walking up through here and I see a lot of groundhog holes, and I'm going to show you a couple of them here along the way that you'll see, and you'll usually see them at the base of the tree. And so I came up through here, and of course keep in mind that this was late at night. This was around 8 o'clock at night. I was trying to find glowing eyes or something to that effect in the trees, looking up, maybe hoping that she was in one of the trees, and was having no luck. So I was coming through here with the flashlight, and I'm actually, I believe, right on the same trail that I was before. And yes, the mosquitoes in here are terrible, ripping you apart. So I'm looking all through here, looking all through this wooded area, hoping to find her. And she is a 100% pure black cat with absolutely no color, just black, okay? And I'm coming through. Why do I see Christmas bulbs out here? That's kind of weird. Anyways, so I'm actually wandering through here for a good part of an hour or more to see what I could find. And like I said, I was only running with a flashlight, and I believe I had my cell phone with me at that time. And so, for example, I came across a hole like this, okay? Dirt mound, wondering, maybe she's in there. Hard to tell. You know, it's deep, it's dark. Couldn't tell, really couldn't tell. So, I mean, this woods is absolutely covered with these kind of things. Okay, so I'm moving along, calling for her. And now I see there's a fence line here that comes down, so I gotta narrow my search. Okay, so I'm coming down through, and I'm just about ready to give up hope And as you can see, I'm just about to approach the area where I found her. And I'll show you just exactly now where I had found her. And now keep in mind it looks completely different because I had to dig her up out of the hole and get her out. So I come to this area where it's a uprooted tree, and I look down here, and this is actually the same exact picture that I was actually to take, that I will show you in the picture. So it's going to look completely different. So down in here, I dug all this out in front of this uprooted tree. Of course, on the other side, there's no way for her to get out, so it's a one way in, one way out kind of situation. So I looked down in there and I saw just a little glimpse of a black spot, and wasn't sure if it was her, wasn't sure if it was her, if she was even alive. So poked her with a stick, and then she began to meow. So I knew she was alive at that point. So my next challenge was get her out. Okay, and there is the edge of the woods to where I had to carry her out through, but we were able to get her out. And keep in mind, this was all hand dug by hand, no shovel, no nothing. It was all dug out by hand. Took me the better part of 3 hours to get her out of there. And she fought me every bit of the minute, and I was down in there head first. And yeah, it was a challenge. And I had lanterns hanging in trees and everything else trying to get her out there. And getting bit by mosquitoes. It was just horrible. So all you guys out there that have missing pets, I'm not saying that this is everybody's scenario, but scenarios like this, I would have never thought. You know, I thought for sure I was never going to see my cat again. And sure enough, I found her, and this hole was nowhere near as big as it is here now today. So I'm just saying, never give up hope on where you think your missing pets are, because like I said, I didn't expect to find her in a hole down in there 3 days later. And sure enough, 3-hour rescue of digging with my hands and getting bit and clawed and scratched and torn by mosquitoes as I am right now, I was able to get her out and get her back in home. And you know, she's completely normal now. She's acting like her normal self. So I just want to make sure that everybody out there knows that, you know, scenarios like this, you can find your missing pet. Okay, it may not be in a field, it may not be, you know, taken by an animal. It may, you know, be a scenario like this where you find her right in the hole. You just never give up on your loved ones or your little pets, because you know, they rely on you just as much as you rely on them. And that's what I'm saying. It took me 3 hours and I got her out, but you know what? It was every minute worth it. So, guys, just keep that in mind. And women out there, that, you know, your missing pet could be in a hole like this. You know, right in your backyard. You know, right there is the borderline of my property, right there. So, that could be right there, and there you are. Your pet's right there. Just, you got to get them out. And that's exactly what I did. And I'm going to tell you, this is kind of where I came through with her in my hands, scratching and biting all the way. As you can see, everything is plowed down. And I'm coming through this. You can see everything is knocked down. And these are all pickers. And yes, they do hurt. And boom. That close to the property. And there it is. Who would have thought? Alright guys, enjoy your day. Hope you like this video, and I'll see you in the next one.
This is an actual photo of Moon before I began to dig her out of the hole.